You first want to start out with some fondant in the color of what your mouth gums look like. Your mouth gum and your tongue are about the same color. So I'm just rolling up some of that. I also added tylose to my fondant. I want to create a long shape. This is my tongue. So this is just a really simple way on how you can create your tongue. I'll be cutting out the basic shape of it. You can make a longer tongue, shorter tongue, whatever's going to fit in the mouth of the sugar creation that you'll be creating. Smooth out the ends of it because you don't want a sharp squared side tongue. You want it to kind of be smooth. You want to make it resemble a tongue as best as possible. Using the texture that's on one of my tools, these are the Wilton tools, just to let you know also. So using that dotted texture, I'm going to use that and roll it on my tongue to give my tongue that proper texture to make it look more realistic. If you don't have this tool, I'm sure you can find something similar to it. Once you've rolled out all your texture on your tongue, go ahead and begin to shape the tongue in the way that you want it to lay in the mouth. And then that way it can dry and stiffen just a little bit. You don't want it to all the way stiffen up because you still want it to be a little more pliable. Using a long snake-like strand, I put it in a U shape using the same color fondant as the tongue. I am going to use a pointed tool to push in the fondant to where I want my teeth to lay. If you look in your mouth, you'll see that you have two front teeth, and then next to those are the two side teeth, and then next to those are the fangs, and then we'll begin your molars. Using some white fondant, I will pull some little pieces of fondant off just to roll in my hand for the teeth. You want to roll out the little piece of fondant and then make a pointed, sharp end of it. And then that will serve as the attachment in the hole you made in the gums. And I'm just using a little bit of water with the paintbrush to adhere my teeth to my gums. Before you put your tooth in the gums, go ahead and flatten out the bulkier side of this little piece of fondant. And this will serve as one of the front teeth for my mouth. As I continue on making the other teeth, I will do the same exact thing, except for when I get to the fangs actually will be two pointed sides of the little piece of white fondant. Showing you now that I have my two front teeth, my two side teeth, and one fang. I'm going to add the next fang. Also add a little bit of water with your paintbrush in between each tooth so that way the tooth is more secure on the gums and secured on the teeth. You're more than welcome to put as many gaps or make the teeth crooked if you like as you're creating this. For the molars, Again, doing the same exact motion, rolling the piece of fondant in my hand, making one pointed end. But for the molar, you want to have a more bulkier tooth. So make sure it's a little more rounder on the opposite end. And then using the same tool that I've been using this whole time. It has an end star tip to it. I'm just pushing it in to give it that indent in your teeth. Then just grabbing some sort of sharp tool, I am making that crisscross that's in your molars for the top of the tooth. And voila, and that's it. So now you have a bottom section of the mouth, and I will then make the top to add and match it. Be sure to follow me on Instagram, on YouTube, or you can also find some of my work on my website,